Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a very informal get ready. I'm just throwing on a little bit of makeup before I go to the dentist. Today has been an interesting day. Oh, welcome to my patio. Or lanai if you're from Golden Girls. I took the day off of work because I decided to just knock out as many doctor's appointments and tedious things like that as I could today. So this morning I went to my primary care physician, a new one for the first time, which you know is always scary when you're going to a new doctor for the first time. I wanted to get Cooper's nails clipped today, but that got pushed to Thursday. I'm going to get my oil changed in my car, and then of course getting ready to go to the dentist. So whoo! Lots of fun things going on. I've already moisturized and primed my skin with the No. 7 Airbrush Away. I still love this stuff. It's suitable for sensitive skin. Lots of the pore filling, especially here, the pore filling primers break me out. It makes like little red bumps. It's not like poppable pimples, but just little breakouts when I use those pore filling, but not this kind. I don't know if it's because it's something in it is made for sensitive skin, but it's one of the only ones I've tried that doesn't break me out, so highly recommend. I've already primed my skin for that. I just wanted to chat today because I know I'm not the only person that gets anxious when we need to go to the doctor, and some of us will actively avoid going to the doctor when we know we need to go, to avoid these uncomfortable interactions that we have with doctors. For foundation, I'm using the No. 7 Stay Perfect. It's a nice light medium coverage, good color match for me, I think. I mean, you tell me. Just a couple of pumps of that. But okay, so new doctor today. The reason I knew I just had to bite the bullet and go, another reason I hate going to the doctor is because 9 times out of 10 they want to take blood, and I am deathly afraid of needles. But I bought some lidocaine lotion off of Amazon. It worked really well when I got my COVID vaccine, so I took that with me just in case. It was like a way to kind of calm my nerves in that respect. But I knew I had to go because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and the natural supplement medication that I had been taking for over a year just kind of stopped working. I'll pop that up here on the screen now. I can't say it to save my life. Inositol, something like that. But it really did work well for months, for almost a year. It worked well. I had a period every month. I was really happy with that. But then I don't know why it just stopped being as effective, and I didn't want to start increasing the dosage of it, because if a doctor doesn't tell me to increase the dosage, I don't like playing doctor in that way and just increasing it on my own accord. So I kind of just took what was left in the container, and then I stopped buying it. And so for a few months now I haven't been taking anything. Haven't had a period, of course. Just kind of feeling yucky in my body, gaining weight, which that's always fun. Always fun when nothing has changed as far as your diet and exercise is concerned, and yet you're gaining weight. My other PCOS friends can attest to how fun that is. So I knew it was time. I knew it was time to go and get back on medication for it, which I did. One thing I highly recommend is write a little script for yourself. Like, I knew what I was going to say before that doctor came in the room, because something happens in my brain. I'm using the Catrice True Skin concealer. Something happens in my brain when the doctor comes in where I just kind of have a brain fart because I'm anxious. and I forget, why am I even here? What's the purpose of me being here? So I made a script in my notes app on my phone of why do I want to be here today? Why did I make this appointment? Well, PCOS. I need to get back on medication. I wrote down the name of the natural supplement that I've been taking so I could show her what I've been taking and when was my last period and all of those things that I knew she would ask that I was probably going to have a brain fart on. I wrote that down, and I wrote down that I need help with going to sleep at night, and I listed all of the things that I've been doing to help myself wind down and go to sleep at night, and also that they're not working. And what I've been taking as far as like melatonin, Unisom, all the things that I've taken to go to sleep at night and how successful they've been. I wrote all of this stuff down, and I really think it helped me a lot when they walk into the room and they say, "Hello, why are you here today? Tell me why you're here today." And I think, I don't know. So having that written down really did help me. I recommend that a lot. And I felt like we had a good rapport with each other. I always checked the reviews. I didn't just pick a random doctor to go to. I of course stayed within my network, but I wanted to go to someone that had high reviews. And I waited 2 months for this appointment to see her. Like, that's how long I had to wait to see her. But I think it was worth it because she was very friendly, very kind, and thorough with explaining and answering all of my questions, because I did have questions, because I wanted her to understand why I just abruptly stopped taking metformin and spirulactane. I don't know if I'm saying that right. My PCOS people know. Spirulactane helps with the excessive hair and lowering testosterone. Metformin, of course, helps with insulin sensitivity and lowering testosterone. So I was taking both of those and then just stopped because in either late 2020 or in early 2021, I can't remember, there was a huge recall. I'm using the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, still using this thing. I still got a ton in here, but it's discontinued, so when it runs out, I'm gonna have to find a new one. But right now, it's still working fine. Still got plenty left. Hate that they discontinued that. But during that time, there was a big recall on metformin because it had an ingredient, which I believe is NDMA. I believe that was the ingredient. That's carcinogen, causes cancer. And not only is it in there, still in there, by the way, that's still there, but the FDA determined that it was too high. That it had it's okay that it's in there, that's fine, but there was too much of it in there. So they recalled a bunch of it from a certain manufacturer, and that's what she was like, well, it was recalled from a certain manufacturer that had too much of it in the product, and so it's fine. And I'm thinking, no, it isn't fine, because the cancer-causing ingredient is still in there. And this is a medication that I'm going to have to take for the rest of my life as long as I have PCOS, which is probably the rest of my life. And so I really felt like I needed to explain that to her, that I'm not just some hippie, not against anybody that's like this, because I'm like it too. I don't like taking medication. I don't like taking medication that I don't need to have if there is a natural supplement or herbal supplement that can do the same thing. So I explained that to her. That's why I stopped it. I did ask for alternatives, and she pointed me back to metformin and said this was the best. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm sure you really want to see this over here. Sorry guys, I don't have the best backgrounds. I hope that my engaging conversation and witty remarks makes up for my lack of cool backgrounds. But what am I doing? Powder. Let's do some bronzer. Today I'm going to use the Milani bronzer, the Sunkissed Silky Matte. Love this stuff. If you're pale like me and you don't want to look orange, this is a great tone. But she brought me back to the metformin, and again was like, you know, it's just that manufacturer, and it's really only an issue for people that have kidney problems. And I'm like, okay, you know, I hear you, but it's still, that worry is not going to go away for me. But whatever. So I'm back on those medications. I also told her about my nighttime anxiety, and we're going to start a treatment for that as well. And I felt like I have a good plan. I feel like I have a good plan in place. We did talk about my weight. Of course we did. Fat girls know you can't go to the doctor without talking about your weight. I also rehearsed that too. Rehearse it. I don't care. You rehearse if you're preparing for an interview. Rehearse for going to the doctor as well. Because you know what you eat every day. You know how much you exercise every day. You know how much water you drink every day. Don't let that doctor sit there and it's like mansplaining, but doctor-splaining. Like, don't let a doctor-splain to you how important it is to drink water. We're not idiots. We know that. I still feel, unfortunately, that doctors have a preconceived notion of what we eat and drink every day based on what I look like. So I feel like I have to stick up for myself and say, this is how much water I drink every day. This is how much exercise I get every week. This is my normal meal prep that I do for lunches every week. And I ask for guidance where I want it. And I quickly have something to say or redirect to that if she tries to steer me into talking about a diet that her doctor friend knows about. Or a diet, and I understand the concern, I do, and I appreciate the concern. But unless I'm specifically asking for diet advice, I don't understand why they so quickly push to that. Especially when, usually, it's interesting, the diets that they push are low carb. The one that no carb, not low carb, no carb. And this one that she suggested to me today also included not eating any fruit. And I just straight up said to her, any diet that doesn't want me to eat fruit is not the diet for me, because I love fruit and eat it every single day. And then that was the end of that. I've also learned to just nod and say, thank you, I'll give that some thought. Thank you. I'll think about that and I'll do my own research later, or I'll do some more research later today when I'm home. That way I'm not arguing with them and I'm not being rude. I don't want to be rude. I know that they're just doing their job, but I also don't want to be talked down to, because it's a spiral to me. It's a spiral of, oh, by the way, this is the NARS blush that I recently got at Marshall's in Illicit. It's a very natural, as you can see, very natural blush. I can pile this stuff on and it still looks good. But I don't want to make it seem like doctors are bad, doctors are mean. Yes, there are definitely some fat-phobic, mean doctors out there. I have experienced them. I'm sure we all have, especially if you're overweight. But I feel like if you go into the doctor's office knowing why you're there, being comfortable talking about these things and asking for what you need, being very clear about what you need, they're less likely to direct you to diet and stuff, because then they're like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. She knows why she's here, and let's focus on that because she knows what she wants. If you go in there saying like, I don't know why I'm gaining weight, or I don't know I don't know what I need, then they're just going to give you that blanket statement of you need to lose weight. So So yeah, those are my recommendations for that. Is it still nerve-wracking? Of course it is. Did I still squeeze my fingers and toes together when she was talking about her doctor friend's diet that doesn't allow you to eat fruit? Of course I did. But I'm getting better. Maybe it comes with age, maybe it comes with practice, but I'm getting better at being more comfortable at the doctor's. Being more comfortable getting blood drawn? Absolutely not. I will still cry every single time. But getting better about advocating for myself and for what I need, definitely getting better. So, got a good plan in place. I'm apprehensive for, excuse me, for taking the metformin and spirulactin again, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I can't go my whole life without having a period. I can't keep doing that. I want to have children one day, so I'm doing what I need to do in order to hopefully get my body ready eventually for I'm not actively trying, but I just want to be a normal girl. I just want to be a normal woman that has a menstrual cycle, you know? It's funny. We hate it. We hate when it's happening. But then when it doesn't happen, then you feel like something's wrong. Something's wrong with you. I'm keeping it very natural today with the eyeshadow. I'll probably just fast forward this part, but all I'm going to do is use my bronzer as my crease. I'm going to take a fluffy brush like this and just use my bronzer and put it in here. Put it in the crease, and then I'm going to use this Stila Kitten. This isn't the one with glitter. This is just the Shimmering Glow formula. And I'm going to pat that on the lid so you can watch that. Fast forward time starting now. Okay, so I'm back. So I finished the eyeshadow, added a coat of mascara. That's about all I'm going to do for that. Just wanted to really make this video to say, don't avoid the doctor if you know you need to go. Take ownership of what you need in your health, because there are great doctors out there. Do your research. Find one that has good reviews. I did. I spent hours trying to find a doctor that I thought would work well with me, and I think I did. I think I really did. I liked her a lot. But stick up for yourself. Fake it till you make it with your confidence. Just walk in there with your head held high and your notes ready to go, and ask for what you need. And that's what I did. And now I have a plan. I have a plan in place for getting my hormones back on track and having a period, and also being able to sleep at night without crippling anxiety. It took me a while to get there, but I feel good. I feel such a sense of relief now that I have a plan. Am I thrilled about taking prescription medication? No. But you do what you have to do in order to have a good life. You only live once, and you only have one body to take care of. So let's do what we can to take care of it. You know, listen listen to your big sister or little sister, 33. So listen to your sister Sarah and take care of yourself. If I can go in there knowing, and they didn't even draw blood, but I went in there fully anticipating for them to poke me, and they didn't. And I was terrified. My hands were sweating, feet were sweating for some reason. But I did it because I knew I needed to. I knew my body didn't feel right, and I needed help that I couldn't do on my own. I like to fix myself when I can on my own. I'm my own little doctor. But sometimes you just can't, and you need help, and that's okay. So let's finish up this look here. What can I do? Oh my God, I knew I was missing something. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Brow Wow. Love this stuff, but it does run out pretty quickly because it's teeny tiny. It looks like a little sample of something. That's how small it is, but it's, I think, $3, so I can't get mad at it. Just brushing that through. I like how this kind of naturally fills in any patches, you know, kind of darkens it just a tiny bit, nothing too dramatic. Still looks pretty natural, but just kind of grooms them like that. The lipstick of the day is going to be Revlon in Pink in the Afternoon. Am I thrilled about going to the dentist? No. I don't have perfect teeth. I'm sure you can see I got some like gappy business going on. Sometimes I like to refer to myself as a pirate. I like this shade. It's just a very natural, at least in person. It's coming off a little bit brighter on the camera, but in person it's definitely more muted, toned down pink, and I like that. Not thrilled about going to the dentist, but needs to be done. I'm a grown woman, I'm an adult. I can't ask my mom to make these appointments for myself. I have to do it, I have to go. So that's what I'm doing. Perfume of the day is just this body mist by Bath & Body Works. This was a lovely gift from my best friend for my birthday. It's in Hello Beautiful. Just a nice, like, floral, fresh floral smell. I like that a lot. And I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Thank you for joining me. Please like this video and subscribe. Thank you for just hanging out and chatting with me out here on the lanai. But have a wonderful day, you guys. Take care of yourself. I love you. And until the next one.